Hi everybody, this is episode 2, and I wish I had something else to talk about to you today, but I'm going to talk about Sebastian Moran again, because Watson came up to me in the middle of the week and she was like, I still don't really know much about the character, and I feel like I'm doing a bad job if after these videos you guys don't know something more about either the ACD books or about the fandom, so here we go, take 2. Sherlock Holmes has a textbook of biographies, of criminal biographies, and one of the criminals in his book is Sebastian Moran. Moran is said to be born in the early 1800s. He is a military man, he is a colonel, and he took part in the Anglo-Afghan War. Before that, he went to Eden College, or Eden College, I'm not too sure. So that means that he is an educated man, on top of being like this strapping young man that's like, I don't know, that knows how to use a gun. His hobby is big game hunting. He is a huge believer of collecting animals and putting their heads in his home. That's great. Good for you. He even wrote 2 books about big game hunting. I wrote them down because I wasn't going to remember these. Heavy Game of the West Himalayas and 3 Months in the Jungle. Both of those are about big game hunting and just like his experiences with it and all that. There is a really cool, I think it's really cool, it's a really cool side story about Moran, about how he chased a wounded man-eating tiger into the sewers because he wanted its head on his wall. That's pretty badass. I sure as hell wouldn't do it. I don't know anybody personally that would do that. So that's pretty badass. I mean, it shows that he's committed, it shows that he's brave, and that he wants a tiger head on his wall. What else? After the war, it's not really explained how. There has to be one text moan alert per episode, apparently. It's not clarified how he got into crime, but it happened after the war, and Sherlock Holmes says it's because of heredity. Heredity. Which means that either his father, his mom, or one of his grandparents were criminals also, and he just kind of took after them. So he went into crime for a while, like just his own stuff, and then Moriarty spotted him, like he noticed him, like, oh, so coy, let me shoot this man. Oh, Moriarty, you looking at me? Wow, that was really stupid. I don't even know why I put that. Okay, so Moriarty noticed him, and Moriarty put Sebastian as his chief of staff after working a couple of things for him. He became such good help in Moriarty's staff that really Moran was just used for assassinations because he was good with a rifle and with a sniper and a bunch of guns. So he could kill a bunch of people and have no problem about it. In The Empty House, you learn about in The Empty House, you learn that Sherlock Holmes is alive. Fucker. You also learn that Sebastian Moran was at the Reichenbach Falls in Switzerland when Sherlock and Moriarty were there. Moran was with Moriarty because they were escaping the police from going to prison. They escaped the police because Sherlock was already like, these are the people, go find them. Like, Scotland Yard, go get these people. You can at least do that, can't you? And then he would take care of Moriarty. Well, Sherlock did take care of Moriarty. He pushed them into the waterfall. Moran was pretty pissed about his boss being killed, because, like you saw with the story of the wounded man-eating tiger going into the sewer, he is a committed man, he is brave, and oh my god, and I'm flashing you, I'm sorry. And he is loyal. He is loyal to his boss, and he loves his boss. It's cute. So because he is so loyal, after seeing Moriarty be pushed into the waterfall, Moran proceeds to push boulders onto Sherlock's head. Sherlock evades this attack, and he's like, what the fuck? And he just, like, runs away. After Moriarty's death, Sherlock says that, Sherlock kind of thinks that Moran is still out there, like, he's still alive and doing bad stuff, being a baddie that he is. I think it's mentioned somewhere that he started cheating people in clubs. So, like, after Moriarty died, he was just hitting the clubs, cheating people out of their money. I guess. Like, I guess you can be from a colonel to a master thief to hitting the clubs every night. Whatever. Another cool thing about him is that even though he is a side character and he's not really mentioned throughout the stories, he did get a lot of spin-offs, which is really cool for a side character, because if you've ever been a side character, you know how hard it is. Dog is scratching himself. You know how hard it is to get some appreciation. And Moran really does get appreciated in this fandom because he is Moriarty's right-hand man. He is the Watson to Moriarty's Holmes. And that's pretty cool to be. Like, that's a cool position to be in. I actually own one of the spin-off books, and it's called Hound of the Dubervilles, Professor Moriarty by Kim Newman. God damn it, dog. Go away! I've only read a little bit out of this much. It's a big book, and I read 15 other books at the same time as this one. So it's gonna take me a while. But I like it so far. It's about this person that looks through a bunch of papers and letters. And finds the memoirs of Sebastian Moran. And Moran is like, he's pretty much stop, dog! He's a southern kind of guy, I guess, like our kind of southern. He just likes hunting. He likes talking about, he likes man stuff, like arm wrestling and hunting bears and tigers and shit. And he's, oh, fuck, dog. He's just this guy. He's a man's man. And he curses a lot. And he likes doing manly stuff. I repeated myself a lot. But that's what he does. That's all I know from him. And you do hear about the story of the tiger in the sewer. And, it's kind of hard to get through for me because if you've ever read Huckleberry Finn, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, it's kind of like that in the sense that it's not proper English. Even though he is an educated man, it's surprising that his memoirs would be like this. And he says things, in this book, he says things very straightforward. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. When he gets to the final problem, it's like, alright, 2 guys died. You know that already. So let me just talk about how I'm dealing with this. Another spin-off with Moran was called, he was in a show called Flashman, or like his character was brought into the show called Flashman, and the episode was Flashman and the Tiger. And in this show, his name was John Sebastian Tiger Jack Moran. That's a pretty long name for a person who was once a side character, and that's pretty badass. Because it also kind of goes with why the fandom calls him the Tiger, because of Tiger Jack Moran, because he likes hunting, because he followed the tiger into the sewer. Do you see the pattern of the tigers? Like, He's also in some plays, like he is the star of some plays and narratives. I have low battery. Some plays and narratives. And overall, he's just a badass. Oh, Sydney. I should have looked up his name. Sydney something. I'm sure I'm gonna remember it after this video. Sydney something was the artist that did the drawings for the Sherlock Holmes stories, and I didn't know this, but Moran is pictured as like this old man with like this mustache that goes down into a beard and then all long and like around his head, and he's just bald. And he's not like this fit buff guy that I'm used to seeing because of the new fandom that it's like some buff blonde guy. But he's kind of chubby actually. And he's still the same character, that he's a rough and tough character, man's man, whatever. I hope you got some more information about Sebastian, because I also learned some things. I didn't know that he went to Eden College, or that he was chief of staff. So it was a good learning experience. Thanks, Watson. Thanks for making me do another fucking video instead of talking about really awesome memes like traffic cone or the reappearing pigeon, which are really funny things. But that will be for next time. I hope you guys got some more information. Watson, stop bitching at me. I'm kidding, Watson, I love you. Watson, I hope you got your information that you wanted, and I will continue to be sending Moriarty Moran fan art because I have a shit ton now. I've just been looking at blogs and DeviantArts that only do Moriarty and Moran art, and it's really awesome because there's people like Freyuka on Tumblr that she does brain damaged Jim Moriarty. She does a couple other things wrong with Jim. Like, she likes Jim. Oh, object head Jim, which is pretty cool also. Like, you just put an object for their head and it kind of symbolizes who they are as a person. I know that sounds really weird, but when you go to her blog, it's cool stuff. I'm sure I threw in some sex talk at some point during this week. If not, next week, because I have a bunch of her stuff. Moriarty, like T-cups, will be coming up soon. I even have her own folder in my iPad for me to send you guys. It's really good stuff. Like, it is quality shit, and I can't wait for you guys to see it also. Remember to look at these blogs, if you want. Warnings. Remember, a lot of these blogs that do fan art also do sex scenes. I don't want you coming back to me and being like, you only look at porn and blah blah blah. It's not porn, first of all. Like, a lot of it is porn, but a lot of it is also, like, I admire their anatomy. Like, I envy anyone that can draw feet. I hate drawing feet and drawing guys. So yeah. If there's porn on their blogs, I'm sorry ahead of time if you don't like that kind of stuff, I guess. But they do have good art, so just, if you see something like that, scroll by really fast and continue to admire their beautiful artworks, because they really do a good job. They really do a good job. And, it's really the quality of the art that I think is most important. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry it's a little longer than the first one, because I feel like I'm rambling. But I did have more information about Moran. There's a lot more that I didn't say in the last one, and I learned a lot. So thanks! Bye, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do drugs.